Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. So, I want to talk about being a cop. A cop, a popo. Okay, so the other day somebody told me that they they don't want any of the employees of their employees to see me as a policewoman because some of the employees see me that way. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about that. If I'm implementing a process, if there's something new, okay, that I need to watch over to make sure not only that the process is being followed, but that we understand whether or not it's yielding value, then in that sense, I am like a policewoman. Because there's no other way of me watching over whatever, we put in place. And if people are not following or they're not, working with the changes, then I also need to bring it up because we need to find out what's going on, what's the reason, okay, if we need to change something, if we need to support this person in a certain way. So, yes. So, if that's what they mean by police women, then I am a policewoman. um, but there's good cops and bad cops, right? There's those cops that will point out things and just because they mad or they have some kind of issue, personality issue or whatever, and those are the cops that we're kind of scared of, the ones that we don't want to run into them. But then there's also the good cops. A good cop could be one that gives you a traffic infraction if you was like driving over the speed limit, right? If you did something, for example, you didn't stop at a stop sign, at a red light, those are not bad cops. Those are actually watching out not only for your safety, but the safety about around everyone around you. Okay? And making sure things are in order. So you might get really pissed off at the cop that was just doing their job because they gave you a ticket, a fine. But was the cop doing something wrong? No, right? You didn't do something right. So you did something wrong, something you were not supposed to, something that you are aware that you're supposed to do or not do, but yet you still went ahead and did it for whatever reason. So, so I guess I am some kind of cop. The other thing is my job. So there's this big misconception, and let's talk about that a little bit. My job is not to keep people happy. What? You're not here to keep people happy? No, because happiness is something very much individual, okay? You're either happy or not. I can bringing up something really nice. We can even have a nice lunch. Okay, we can pay for, I don't know, for this really nice gift, and it might not make you happy. So my job is not to keep employees happy. My job is to make sure that there's a safe environment where people can speak openly, that they are heard, that they understand the why, so that they can work on the how. Okay, I have a supporting role, and I make sure that you are aware of your strengths and your areas of improvement so that you can become better and better at what you do. So that's my job. Maybe that doesn't make you happy. Maybe you see it as a waste of time. Maybe you just don't like me. Okay. I try to work on, no, I don't try. I work on things that are important to keep the morale high, the culture of the company, one that is productive, that is, a nice environment to be in. But again, we can do all of this. I can help with all of this. There's still gonna be people who are not gonna they're gonna be complaining. That's the nature of it, because we're human. And again, I'm not a dollar bill. Well, $100 bill. And even nowadays, if I give you $100 bill and you were expecting something, larger, you might be like, "Why you give me $100? I was expecting whatever." Or why are you giving me this? You didn't have to do that. I don't care for this. What are you trying to do? There's so many people. Some people are grateful. Other people are like, they just don't care for it. So I'm not. I guess I'm a policeman, and I am not. I don't have some kind of magic wand where I can just keep people happy. That's not my role. That's not what I do. That's not what I bring to the table. I care a lot about people. I make sure that, you know, we are taking care of the people the right way. Make sure that they understand expectations and what is expected of them, what they can expect of those that serve them. But my job is not to keep people happy, because if we need to move with something that makes one person unhappy, and that's the best decision for everyone else, for the company, for the future growth, and we're gonna move with that. I might hear, okay, no, I might hear, no, we're gonna hear you out. That doesn't mean that we're just gonna drop everything and just do whatever it is, your idea, your suggestion, because things don't work like that. And then some people might say, well, if they're not gonna take me into consideration, then I'm just not gonna say anything. We do take you into consideration. We do want to hear your ideas, but we might not implement what you're bringing up to the table, because it might not be right. Okay, there might be other considerations, and we'll try to explain them to you as best as possible within whatever limits. But creating a safe place is not about having everyone do whatever, have whatever kind of attitude, and think that anything they bring to the table, must be done, because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way anywhere. And we need to be realistic about these things. The other day, what was it? Somebody was telling me that, I don't remember what it was. Hold on. Anyway, it was some kind of service, and then they were expecting to get served that day in a certain way and whatever, and that didn't happen. And then later found out why it didn't happen that way, and they were in shock to find out why. But there's nothing they can do about it. Those are the rules. That's and it won't change, because it's a big deal. It has to do with railroads and stuff like that. It's a really big deal. So, I mean, it won't change. It hasn't changed for hundreds of years. I don't know if I don't know if it'll change in the future, but it'll be hard. So anyway, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And let me tell you something. Being in my position, sometimes when we're talking about change and implementing stuff, when I'm actually the person implementing, watching over like the results and everything, and having these conversations, these one-on-ones, and these trainings or whatever, sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy. But you know, you focus on the bigger picture. You focus on the goal. Okay, and then you just deal with everything else. So I don't know what is it that you do for a living, but if you do anything like me, kudos to you. Just, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure that if there's anything that you can um, do to make things better, do that. But if it means moving away from like the goals just to please one person, think about the cost of that and the value, and how is this going to affect everyone else? Is it worth it or not worth it? Okay. Think about it. Reflect on it, because it's really important. Don't go from your gut feeling. Your gut feeling sometimes doesn't work. Not for these kind of situations. So anyway, bye.